Yes, we are live.
I was about to do some nonsense. We are live. Welcome to News and Nonsense and Unpreparedness. And I'm here with...
I'm Farra, resident Caribbean Queen. Sorry, I was like looking at something else.
What's happening?
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely and Delayed.
Yes, we got a slight technical glitch today, but we'll power through as we always do. Now, this is News and Nonsense. And why is News and Nonsense here? Why does it exist? Because the world is literally in the handbasket, on its way to hell if we're not here already. And we thought we'd help you sift through the wheat from the chaff, sack from the crap, what you need to know from what you don't need to know, to help you and guide you through this news terrible world. But before we start, what do they need to do, Nana? What do they need to do?
You guys need to book the like button now, please, and share this with like-minded people.
And Farah, what do they need to do?
If you haven't already, can you please subscribe to our membership? Join our membership. It is £1.99, but it's really £4.99 because, you know, like £1.99 ain't going to get you a lot. £4.99 is going to get you all the things.
Oh,
so please subscribe. Not subscribe. Well, subscribe because you're in here, but also join our membership. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, please. And guys, very important in this current climate because we're going to make lots of salacious comments here because we don't give a damn, but we also do. We are just your cool aunties. We say actuals and factuals. We say WhatsApp stuff. We're just like, you know, it's not always the truth, not always just our opinions. That's what I mean, just our opinions. So guys, please don't take everything we say 100% as facts. All right? Thank you very much. And if you come for us, we'll come for you. I totally lost my plot there, but it is what it is. Have we got delays? Can we check who's in the chat, please? Sorry.
Okay, all right. We have Sora with us in the house. We have Yvonne in the house. Coco Pop Sweet is in the house as well. Urbano is in the house. Ria is with us as well. Coco Pop says a random disclaimer.
Yes. I know. Sorry, I lost my plot.
Oh.
What's happened?
I'm just switching on Instagram as well is with us.
Oh, okay. Hi, Instagram. Hi, everybody in the chat. Today's going to be one of those days.
Yes.
All right, first up, let's get into it because we got oh gosh. Oh, my screen's gone crazy. Oh my God, what's happening? Okay, cool. All right, guys. First story, breaking news, dun. Allegedly, because I say allegedly, at the White House Correspondents Dinner, there's been a gunman who went on a shooting rampage, but did he? Was it real? We're not sure. And apparently they're taking it as an attempt on President Donald Trump's life. There's lots of stories, lots of theories. We're going to go through as many as we can. But first and foremost, let's get a little bit of an overview of what happened.
We don't know the motive of the gunman at this hour, but we do know a man charged a security checkpoint at the Hilton where the White House Correspondents' Dinner was taking place. You see the video on your screen. And he was charging toward a room full of journalists, politicians, and the President of the United States. Inside that room, because this has become so common in America, you have people that are multiple time victims of political violence. Erica Kirk was in the room. People saw her in tears. Steve Scalise was a table away from me. That's the reason I'm wearing a tuxedo here as well. He was a victim of political violence. And then, of course, you have the president himself. That is the context for what we're talking about tonight. And we also know more about the specifics on the gunman himself. Matt, you've been looking into that.
We do have a name right now, Tony. It is Cole Thomas Allen, 31, from Torrance, California, just south of Los Angeles. Our understanding so far is no criminal record. More seeing big down, tied face down. We do know that he brought at least 2 weapons in, a shotgun and a handgun. He was able to fire some of them as you saw him sprint through that security cordon towards that room that was closed off, sealed, as the president had just said, with many, many hundreds of journalists, VIPs, and politicians inside. We don't have a motive, but we don't exactly know what his target was at this moment.
We don't have a moment. We have the context, and I'll give another note on the context here. There's the pattern of political violence with other politicians for many years now. We've had these conversations. It seems like every other week.
Okay. I'm going to move on to the next. But first and foremost, what are your first initial thoughts of what's happened, the tragedy or the attempted tragedy that happened? Breaking hours. Somebody attempted to shoot up the White House Correspondents Dinner. What are your thoughts, ladies? What are your thoughts? Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. Did he
no thoughts and prayers because no one was injured. The only people actually thoughts and prayers. Wait a second. The only people I have thoughts and prayers for are the people who have suffered from gun violence. Yeah, that were in the room. Thoughts and prayers for those guys.
Yes.
Don't say that Erica Kirk is a victim of political gun violence because she's not. Erica Kirk is the wife, the widow of someone who was killed, who was not a political figure because he wasn't a politician. He was a political correspondent, correct? Is that right?
Yeah.
Or a pundit, should I say?
Or even an influencer at that.
An influencer. So let's not say that she's a victim of political violence. She's not. So stop conflating the whole thing. If someone has been saying, well, a lot of people have been saying, it's the new series of Epstein files. Let's watch again. Let's see what happens. It's the new series because it is given staged. There was a man I saw who, firstly, they cleared the top table, right? But then there was people still sitting in their tables, eating their food and like not knowing they should duck down. Then it was like sit down. Then there was shots fired and there was a man sitting on his table still eating his mashed potatoes. There's people filming, like you're meant to be, and don't get me wrong, people film these things all the time. But the way that the way that this was filmed is given stage.
Yes. I feel like there's just no way around this. For one, if anybody has been anywhere close to political figures and when something is going on, the amount of Secret Service and armed police and secret agents that are all around, I don't know how he looks like he's a mixed race man. This mixed race man ran through with guns and knives to get that close that he is on CCTV in the building running past secret agents. Like, come on, it's so fictitious. And even if, I do believe in two things. I think he was activated and tried to shoot something. I think that was happening. But I feel like everybody knew this incident was going to take place. The camera footage that we can see of the side of the stage, if you really believe there's an active shooter, are you filming JD Vance getting taken away, film him go away, to film Donald Trump getting taken away, film all of that before you're thinking about your life? These are great angles. That shot of the guy on the floor with no top on, right? Where's his top? Like all of that, it's just great angles. Like it's a brilliant film.
It's
the greatest episode ever.
Well, someone who I always talk about this guy and I always forget his name. He's a top coon MAGA supporter. He is so upset. He's so angry.
Funny.
Get to him.
Thing was happening. This correspondent thing. I don't watch this or pay attention.
It's not him. It's this guy.
I don't even know about this shit. They said Trump doesn't even go to this shit. One of the reporters said he just, I guess, happened to show up tonight. I guess
it's coming up now.
Damn, they're saying this guy's a teacher from California.
Sorry.
Oh man.
Sorry. There we go.
Yeah, they got some explaining to do. The FBI got some freaking explaining to do. Somebody better come up with a good answer. But you know what? There's no good answer. There is no good answer at all.
Wow.
No one should have been able to get in the freaking building with the president of the United States of America with a fucking gun. I'm just saying. Excuse my language, but I'm pissed the hell off.
Oh.
How in the world did this happen? There have been several attempts on Trump's life, and you mean to tell me somebody got in the building with a gun? It just don't make no sense. I am literally scared for President Trump and his family.
Shut up.
Stop. Somebody is trying to get this man killed. It will not stop.
Yeah, I'm kind of like.
So that just because
are a lot.
Yeah, because he's called Terrence K. William, and he's been a MAGA from day one. And I always forget his name, and every time I say, there's that black MAGA guy. This is what I was talking about. I finally found him. He's a I can't even. But the fact of the matter is, his anger inadvertently is like his thing. Like, how did they get through? That's the whole point. How did they get through? Like, his anger is insane. He literally is like, I am scared for Donald Trump and his family.
Be scared for yourself. Donald Trump's all right. They rehearsed that before. It's all good. Did Donald Trump look bothered?
Well, first of all, does the head of the FBI look bothered? Here we go.
Oh, let's see him.
Does anyone look bothered?
No,
does anyone look bothered? And you're the head of the FBI. Why are you sat there? Shouldn't you be with the people then, like doing something? Like, seriously?
What? No, seriously, because if you're the head of the FBI, why are you there?
Why
are you there? You should have been. You should have been out of that room. First,
he should have been activated. He should have been up and down, tracing, seeing what's going on, speaking to the people on the ground. You're just sitting there like, so this is taking longer than they said it would take, actually.
Yeah. It's like
he literally was like, am I supposed to be there?
Yeah.
He literally looked like, oh, what's going on?
This looks
he's not the head of the FBI anyway. He's just a puppet.
This looks like, no, he's not. He's not. Sorry. He's not. This looks like he's
Where's Melania? Where is Melania Trump?
They whipped her out as well with Trump.
They whipped her out.
Because she was sat next to him.
Look at this guy's face.
He looks scared.
Where's your earpiece? You're supposed to have your earpiece in at all times. You should have known from something's broken on. You should be gone, not here, chilling.
One woman said, one woman who was at, I can't remember, I think she's a reporter, but she was at the dinner. She said when she rocked up to the Hilton Hotel where it was, that she was expecting to see firstly like a line of protesters, because usually there's loads of protesters at these things. She said there wasn't a single peep. Yeah. She said she was also expecting to see security and Secret Servicemen and all of that. She didn't see any of that. She walked in like to the lobby area and someone was like, oh, you just going to your room? And she was like, no, I don't have a room here. Basically, she was saying that the usual checks, the usual security, the usual thing that you would see in these spaces were not present.
This is Cash Patel after he managed to walk slowly from the tables to the press conference.
The president said absolutely. You saw the best resolve of American law enforcement because they know that you have their back. And that is a changing dynamic in this country. And that's why you saw brave Secret Service agents respond immediately, swiftly, subdue and take down the suspect, and safeguard the lives of thousands of individuals at that hotel. Thanks to our interagency partnership with the Department of Homeland Security and the Metropolitan Police Department, the FBI was rapidly deployed onto the scene, took over the evidence response unit, is examining all the ballistics that were found on scene to include the long gun and the shell casings. We are conducting witness interviews as we speak. You will hear from our team on the scene there with the mayor and the head of the FBI field division there. But please know what the Attorney General has just said reigns no truer. You saw the very best of America tonight. The very best unite us at a time of uncertainty because we have leadership here with the president and vice president that backs law enforcement, and the men and women that I shook their hands on the scene today could not have been prouder to show up on scene. And as the Attorney General said, make no mistake, we are conducting witness interviews. Gun.
and
Sorry,
some
one
people
second.
really understand.
All in the chat.
Any
says
minute now.
Cash has resting owl face.
He
I
does. He literally
can't
does.
unsee it. He
does.
actually looks like an owl.
And that's an insult to owls, because owls are beautiful magical creatures.
Any minute now, they're gonna say that the shooter was a converted Muslim.
Of course, it is.
Any minute now.
Let's get some conspiracy theory going.
But none of this seems real, like at all. You've probably heard by now a suspect armed with knives and guns tried to steal the White House Correspondents' Dinner tonight. The guy's name was Cole Allen, and he was very quickly neutralized by security. But then people online started to do a little bit of noticing. Pause to read. Yeah, I don't know about you, but it's starting to look like one big show. Beginning with what Caroline Levitt said right before it starts.
Shots fired.
Be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room.
This, by the way, is Trump's first time attending the White House Correspondents' Dinner as president, and CNN ran this article a few hours before saying to expect the unexpected. Within an hour of the incident, Trump tweets out a video of the shooter running through the event, even though still, for some reason, we can't get any moving pictures of Kyler
Someone's running past him, like they're backing off.
Shooter Cole Allen worked at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Very interesting timing given all the UFO stories, so cue the conspiracy theorists on this one. And then there were the reactions, starting with Erica Kirk being Erica Kirk. I have to say, she looks very upset here, like way more upset than when her husband. Then we got Dana White just loving this whole thing.
It started getting noisy. Tables getting flipped over, guys running in with guns, and they were screaming, "Get down!" I didn't get down. It was fucking awesome. I literally took every minute of it in, and it was a pretty crazy, unique experience.
Totally normal reaction to what is supposedly a presidential assassination attempt. But the most ridiculous thing has to be maybe this coordinated influencer campaign saying this is why Trump needs a new ballroom.
I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone proof, it's bulletproof glass.
All of this,
the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it.
We officially live in the dumbest timeline ever. I'm sorry, but
And then finally, let's get a little bit of insight into who Cole is, apparently, allegedly.
You're not playing anything.
Oh, am I not? Sorry.
No.
I was thinking that it was my.
Oh, sorry. Let me. Okay. Go.
Gains a mechanical engineering degree from Caltech. Then he gets his master's from Dominguez Hills in computer science. But can anybody tell me why he was an intern back in 2014 at NASA at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, which is the same place where some of those missing scientists worked at? But it gets even weirder, you guys. So this account on X by the name of Henry Martinez tweeted his name back in 2023. And how is it that it has the same name, Henry Martinez, in this published paper by NASA? But get this NASA document that was published testing Orion's fairing separation system was actually published a month after Cole started interning there. What? Now, a lot of people were questioning a ton of things like, was this real? Was this fake? Makes you wonder because CNN posted this 3 days ago. It's a real article. It says, how would an assassination attempt be staged? I mean, at this point, you guys, we have to question everything because how is this possible? This account that predicted this guy's name actually dressed up as Trump at the dinner. Like verbatim. Either A, we have a time traveler on our hands, or something else is afoot that we may not know yet. Okay, it's super late. I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this because there's a whole lot more that I found. So stay tuned.
I mean, I've got another video about the original, the first assassination. it's got holes. But yes, what do you not think?
Are you talking about the attempt on Donald Trump, the Butler one?
Yeah.
It's same shit, different day, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like I think it's such a shit attempt to convince us that this is real. Come on now. I don't know why they can't do this really well. Like, at this point, it doesn't matter what attempt we have on Donald Trump's life. Unless they take him out, we're all thinking it's staged. Because how are you not shaken up that somebody tried to kill you again and all you're talking about is your ballroom? Like, this is so fictitious. I can't believe it. The same way with the Butler one, how did you have the photo opportunity with the camera guys there to put a fist in the air? It's like, this is basic stuff. It's like ABC. I don't know. This is shit.
It's basic.
And now what it's going to do is people are going to be like, oh my God, Trump, he look at him. He's like, remember they were saying the other day, like he's like Jesus, like they're sacrificing him.
Yes.
They're going to say that. The Zionist Christians are going to come out and say that. They're going to come out and say, he's right. This is why he needs a ballroom. They're going to come out and say that. They're going to say, it's going to be tied to Islam in some sort of way. And they're going to say, 100%. This is Iran sent this man. They activated him. And this is why we need to continue with the war. Trump is the greatest president of all time. Blah, 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 blah. Nonsense.
And they're definitely going to say, and because he's a professor, so they're probably going to line him with being a Democrat and a liberal because he's a professor. You know how it goes. All of that stuff. It's just so bait. It's too bait. And of all the things, and president has had 2 assassination attempts in that short space of time. Come on. And they actually were saying there was reports about there not being adequate security outside the building. It's an active hotel. There were other parties going on in other.
That doesn't even make sense.
Why would you do like? It's the president. If that, let's say it's absolutely true, what kind of security is this? That you've got other parties going on in an active hotel? Are you dumb? So did you choose the venue? Sorry, let me just check. Is it the same venue that it always is, or is it a new venue? From like the normal.
I wouldn't. The whole thing is, so if in past years a president hasn't been there, and this year he decides to come, whenever a president or the vice president goes anywhere, they have to sweep the area. It's like a week before. Exactly. They are looking at all of the different points. So how are you having a big ass hotel like the Hilton with actual people staying in there when the president is going to be there? That wouldn't even happen.
Exactly.
And it's like he ran past like 5 people before they even got into action. It's like, this is so fake.
It's so stupid.
And also, how is he still alive? Like, realistic.
But Nana, one of the people he ran past actually backed away from him. If you're supposed to be security, Secret Service, all of these flipping people, how are you running away from the person that's running through you with knives and guns? Like, how aren't you trained to take them people down? Give me a break. Seriously, it's the greatest stage show ever.
Thank you, Strike. Social media already dug into this guy. He's a Democrat with ties to the IDF. You really can't make this shit up anymore. You can't.
A Democrat with ties to the IDF kind of looks like he's mixed race, but he also could be Jewish. He could be. I mean, who knows? Cole, I just need you to sit down and say, I was eating breakfast and somehow I ended up here. I know he was activated.
Yeah,
we've seen that they can do that. They can beam things into your head, and before you know it, you are doing shit that you are not compass mentis of doing. The fact that he interned at NASA, he was activated. The words were said to him. I don't know, peekaboo, and he started running towards the Hilton.
Jordan, I saw the Wolf Blitz. I had the Wolf Blitzer thing, but I was just like, I'm just sick and tired. I don't even want to hear from anybody, because the people that aren't in on it, whoever wasn't in on it, that would be shocking for them. And as far as that, anyone who's a victim who has experienced gun violence, that's who we worry about. And for anyone who wasn't in on the script, didn't get their script given to them, didn't get the play-by-play, like, because they needed some natural reactions, I guess, so they couldn't tell everybody.
Yeah. You definitely needed some hysteria to be going on. Yeah. I don't believe Erica Kirk for a second.
Oh my God.
Did we see any tears?
She was.
To be
more
fair,
upset.
why are you crying? Sorry, why are you crying? You know. I'm not saying like obviously you'd be shocked, right? But that cry was not a cry of an active shooter. Do you know what I'm saying? That cry was like, okay, I'm going. It's just the wrong emotion. I don't want to police a reaction to something like that. I might cry, but I don't think I'd be crying like that. It just looks
down.
funny.
I just want to go home.
Someone said that she
Please,
was more
Erica,
upset
please.
about. She was more upset about this than she was about her
Yeah.
husband dying. Like, come on,
Yeah.
Erica.
Come on, man.
This girl has been trying to get sympathy for weeks now. Nobody is buying it. It doesn't matter
Where was
what
Caroline?
you say.
Where was Caroline Levitt?
Exactly, with her pregnant self. She needs
Where
to
was
remind
she?
I don't
Because
know.
I know she was seen before, but where was she when this was kicking off?
Probably conveniently had already stepped away from her chair.
Yeah, safely in the corners.
But why did they get JD Vance out before Trump?
Right. And the way they dragged him, I didn't add that because, and also they left his wife behind. He didn't look back to his wife a damn. Let me get that up because it's
like I would think surely the president is the first person to secure.
But did you see him like fall over, the president as well, like Trump? It's like they picked him up and it's like he fell and then they picked him
Like
back up.
he can't stand up properly. It's all
grabbed him
part
by
of
his
it.
shoulders. I can't. Oh, is this it? Here we go. Second. He looks like. Oh, sorry, a dickhead. I refuse to use the word. Hold on 1 second. Like it's so bait.
Oh,
Right.
Strike said they just this week released documents that the state have technology to remote control humans. I think maybe
Is that MK Ultra?
Yeah,
That's
maybe I actually saw that being released and was like, oh, so now they're going to show us how they can kind of use it. But or is it a patent or something? But there was an official document. It's no longer just a conspiracy theory that we've always known was there.
Yeah.
They have officially released that this technology is available and America does have it.
Yes.
Let's look. Perfect angle. Zooming.
Right, you're zooming. How are you doing all this?
No, where's Milana?
They got her out already. They got her out before they got him out.
No, Trump.
Because there was a shot.
His wife on the floor.
There was a shot here. You see these people that just rushed in behind him as well in the army getting. How come they went at the front of the building? How did they get behind him so quickly? How come they're not around the perimeter? Give me a break.
Why they got the black man at the back to take the bullet first?
Do you see what's his name's wife on her knees?
Aren't you watching JD Vance's wife? Like
she's on her knees.
My eyes on her the whole time.
Look at other people standing.
Well, where is JD Vance's wife?
There she is. That one there.
No, that's the person that runs this.
Oh, is it?
Oh, what is her name? She's the president. Maybe the president of the press association or something, but she did it earlier on.
Why were those people not around the perimeter? Since when does he have those people around him like that? It's usually Secret Service around him like that, right? Those people in the army team, and then there's police as well. You lot ain't around the perimeter. You lot are conveniently backstage. You lot are backstage.
Basically.
Do you know what? Do you know? And to be fair, there's one small modicum which I think is from either Scandal or how to go. One of the political or the West Wing or something. There is a thing, and I think, and I need to check. I don't know. Those in the chat, correct me. Apparently, or something. When something happens like this, they get to the vice president first. In theory, I'm not saying this is what they're supposed, because if anything happens to the president, they need someone. Otherwise, do you know what I mean? I don't know why. I don't know. That's just jumped into my head. But I don't believe any of all of this. But apparently, the vice president president is also like they've got to get them out to safety just in case something happens.
No, I understand they've got to get them out, and they usually get them out separately. It's like the royal family as well, isn't it? You never have the king and Prince William traveling together. You just you don't have that shit. But like, this is so staged. It's incredible. It's like we all said, the angles that we're seeing this footage from, and the people that are unbothered as well. So there was a clip of the table, and there's a server, or I will say that he might not be a maitre d' or someone like that, and he's like written something down. I wish I had the clip. And he's like so Trump and Melania are next to each other, and he's got this piece of paper, and he's talking to them, and he's showing Melania this piece of paper, and then like they hear the shots, and he's like this, but he's still holding up this piece of paper, and they just look quite unbothered. Trump absolutely looks like, what's happening today?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Strike says I'm talking about House of Cards. Maybe it was that, and he's saying that there was a season where the president created a similar situation to stop someone else from becoming president. Well, there's that too. And then Jermaine Event just says there's real shootings in my neighborhood daily in America. We know real shootings. That was not one. I think that sums it up beautifully. Absolutely. That was not real. Let's move on to Farrah's take. Take it away, Farrah.
Okie dokie. So this week, Mr. IShowSpeed has started his Caribbean tour.
I didn't realize it started. Exciting. I didn't know
he started yesterday. Hold on. I'm going to tell you the countries that he is visiting. Bear with me, please, caller. So he started in Trinidad.
Oh.
But he is going to be traveling to multiple Caribbean countries, which I'm most excited for. I'd be more excited if I was actually in the Caribbean to show support myself, but I am not there. I'm in this crusty, dry country, but there we go. You can't have it all, can you? But yes, hold on a second, and I will tell you where he's traveling to. No. He's going to quite a few places, which is amazing, I would say. Bloody hell. I've saved so many things that I've lost my thing. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Go on. Talk while I find this.
Yes. I didn't know that it started. I saw the advert. I was like, oh, this is nice. This is good. Go on IShowSpeed. And what I hoped and what I thought for all the people that had conspiracy theories about Africa, now don't come out with your conspiracy theories about the Caribbean, or what you're going to say now. Because obviously he's just going back to countries and trying to explore the back home countries. And it's okay. We don't need all the conspiracy theories and the negativity about it.
So he is going to Antigua and Barbuda, Bahamas, Barbados, Dominican Republic, Grenada, Guadeloupe, Puerto Rico, Saint Martin, not to be confused with Saint Martin, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, and the US Virgin Islands. Okay. So he's getting about, mate. Now, so as I said, he started in Trinidad yesterday, and the scenes were lovely. And I'm gonna, for the next few minutes, we're just gonna have a look at all the places that he's seen, all the traditions that he's been shown, and just get a glimpse of his experience.
Can you hold this? Can you hold this? Damn. Have him just film it. You can take it off. Hey, hold this. Film this. Can you film real quick? Yes, sir.
The only instrument created in the 20th century.
The only instrument?
Yeah.
Guys, open up. Trinidad. By the way, what language y'all speak here? English? Oh, English. No. Wait, hold on. Bro, is he climbing a damn light bulb? Bro, he on top of the light bulb. How did he get on top of there?
That him on the stilts.
Oh,
wait.
Oh, that is lovely.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
Isn't it lovely? So
Yeah.
today, I do want to say that I'm really happy with all the experiences, and there's a clip, and I can't find it, but there's a clip of actually, let me see if I can find it. There's a clip of him showing, like, seeing all the different types of food that are over there, and
Nice.
the joy on some of the kids' faces that he meets is just, it's just such a lovely thing to see. So he's getting around, he's learning about Trinidad, or he's got around and he's learning about Trinidad, and he's tasted the food. He said that they've got the best KFC in the world that he's tasted so far. He's eating doubles. He's dressed up traditionally. So he's seen a lot of those experiences. And that was yesterday on Saturday. So today, on Sunday, he's touching down in Grenada. Now, whilst I'm really happy about him touching down in Grenada, I'm a little bit vexed that they've chosen Sunday, and I want to know who is it that has scheduled Sunday, because Sunday in Grenada is dead. There's nothing happening on Sunday. The buses are not on. There's no shops open. There's nothing about. So I am a bit like, why today of all days they choose to send a boy to Grenada? Yeah. But I'm just hoping that, I'm not even hoping, I know that my Grenadian, my Greens folk will turn up and turn out and show him while going for Grenada. But it's just, I am equally a bit like pissed off about it. But I just want to show some things that I would like him to see whilst he is in Greenstown. Hold on a second, if I can find it. Where am I? Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, I'm very excited.
Can I tell you about the conspiracy theory that I heard?
Yes, please do.
Okay, all right. Guys, I like him, so take this with a pinch of salt. Maybe it will come true in 5 years. I don't know. But what I heard was from Sean, or Sean, however you pronounce it, Kuti, Fela Kuti's one of his sons. He said that he tried to get in touch with IShowSpeed when he went to Africa and was fobbed off by whoever was his handlers. And then within that, somebody had come to him, I think this was like last week, and had given him information that the tour had been funded by one of Elon Musk's companies, and a lot of money had been put into it, and he was being followed with the technology to try and map out remote places in Africa, and that IShowSpeed is an agent. Now, I don't know. This is what he said.
That's what my close friends were saying. Like, there's a suspicion behind the whole thing, and why is he doing it? And especially because Africa specifically, when it comes to the global majority, or the global minority, I should say, trying to take over things and recolonize. And that, on a negative sense, that does make sense. But then, and they know that we'll get behind it as Black people, like celebrating it. So it's like it's annoying that these things we have to think double.
It is
think
annoying because why can't we have anything without conspiracy theories? Why can't it just be that he wants to? I mean, what did he say when he went to Africa? He said that he's been told that Africa is one type of way and that we shouldn't, no one should go there and no one should experience it. Why can't it just be that this young boy who's successful wants to go to these places to shed light on the experiences there? Why has it always got to be something negative? Those are the things that really piss me off.
I think, and the thing is, we said that when we were talking about him going to Africa as well. But at the same time, the way the world's set up, we also can't be oblivious or blind to the fact that a lot of people can be bought.
Yeah, I hear that, but I would just like us to enjoy the moment. With every time there's anything happening with a black person, this is my point. Anytime a black person is doing anything, anytime, there is always a negative connotation to it. It's never just, oh, okay, we can't just take it on face value. And that shit annoys me. And this is where you get all of the, I mean, conspiracy theory, right? But this is where we cannot enjoy our time and we cannot enjoy what we're bringing to the world, and that we've always got to have some negative connotation around it. And who's the person that's put the negative connotation out there? Where's that come from? Why is that not the conspiracy? That the conspiracy theory is that it's, why is that not the conspiracy when we know that they don't want us to unify? Why is that not the conspiracy? Why is the conspiracy that he's doing it for something else? Like, let's just enjoy the fucking moment and enjoy the fact that he's showing the world, showing America, showing the diaspora that we are connected. Why can we not just enjoy that shit?
That's the part I'm excited, because that's what I'm excited for his tour of the Caribbean. It's also for all the naysayers, wherever they are in the diaspora, who are like, we're not the same, we're different, we're separate.
We are the same. We're so the same.
And I'm hoping that with this tour, it connects Africa, it connects specifically the ADOS and the whatever the FBAs, all those people that are like, we are not, and all the people of the diaspora, whether you're African, Caribbean, say we are not the same, we are not connected. That unifying thing, I hope that is the bigger message behind, rises above behind the conspiracy that there's nefarious.
But I want to show how.
I think often both of them go hand in hand. Yeah, like this, I feel like that's the point. It is like the medicine and the poison together. I would like to know how it is being funded, and I really hope it is from his own business, because I guess that would alleviate something. But if it has been that there is outside funding towards all of these tours, then I definitely would think that, yes, it is a double-edged sword. It is also to boost our morale, but, you know, they don't ever give something without taking a hell of a lot of shit with them. And maybe there still is something to the satellites that are involved in it. It's like people were hunting around for Pokemons, like their life depended on it. They were able to map the world because of that very quickly. They don't ever give you joy without there being some other motive behind it as well. So yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh fucking hell. But at the same time, I was like, they could be. Who knows? But also, yes, I have heard that Sean is very salty.
Yeah.
So, you know, who knows? Let's see.
So I just want to show you some of the things that I hope he experiences whilst he's in Grenada. Give me a second. Because it isn't all jab and fet and stuff like that all the time. That we've got a lot more things that I would love him to be shown. I'm just trying to share my screen, but it's not letting me. Hold on a second.
Is he in each place for like kind of 2 days?
I think it's like a day, to be honest.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I think it's because it's not that far, is it? Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hold on.
I'm seeing Mossad.
No, can you see this?
Still produce strongest spirit. Then we take a nature break at Lake Antoine, followed by a stop to a neighborhood bar where the drinks are cold and the vibes are warm. And finally, we make our way to River Sally for the Saraka, a powerful celebration rooted in African tradition. Saraka, meaning offering or sacrifice, is a spiritual practice where food is shared with the community to honor our West African ancestors and give thanks. Offerings of food, flowers, and rum are made to honor our ancestors, followed by drumming and dance, where participants move in rhythm, celebrating community and heritage. This is more than a tour. It is a taste of tradition.
Oh, yeah.
So this takes place in my parish. The thing is, he won't necessarily see these things now because it's not the right time, but I'm hoping that he meets my experience. Having just been to Africa, go to Grenada and see just how aligned, how alike we are, I'd love them to do it. And then finally, just an overview of the island. I'd love him to.
Yeah, I hope.
But
I
yeah.
hope. Yeah, I hope that it's more unifying than anything, and I hope if he is an agent, then he gets an epiphany being there, and he's like, "No, let me reject these things. I turn on you," and then becomes a hero, like the movies. At first, I was recruited to sell out my people, but now I have become a warrior for the people. I hope that's what happens.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, I do. Either way, sometimes it still helps morale and everything else. It's just everybody's got to be aware of where your money's coming from.
You have to. You have to. And I don't like that idea, because they do want to digitalize. They want to digitalize the West. I mean, sorry, they want to digitalize Africa and I guess the Caribbean as well, if that's their plan. I don't know where you lot with ID and all that type of stuff, registration, Farah?
What do you mean?
Like with the digital ID cards, because I think Ghana they're making a really heavy move into digitalization, and they're turning ID cards into kind of almost credit cards as well, where everything is like a one ID card. You have
to have an ID card, but I don't know if it's digitized. I don't know enough about that, because when I go, I don't need to do that, and I don't know what my cousin's got. Everyone's got an ID card, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's happened. I just know that people have an ID card. I don't know if they're digitizing it.
Okay, because it would be interesting to know what's happening. It would be interesting to know what's happening in the Caribbean when it comes to digitalization, because they are really making a heavy efforts to do that in Africa. So yeah.
But I'm just excited for the tour, and I hope that he experiences more than just jump up and fit, and sees the traditions that every island has got to offer. So
Yes, me too. I'm excited. And also because I haven't been to the Caribbean, so I want to see some stuff. Ideally, not through just his eyes, but through his eyes. All right, Nana, let's take it over to Nana's alternative corner.
All right, so I had a lot of different things come through, but within the last 24 hours, I think it was in my siblings group, probably one of my siblings shared a story that connected now it's 15 different scientists, all work for NASA people that have gone missing or are killed. And one of the women, I would like to focus on one of her last videos, where she talks about ultra-terrestrials. They are no longer extraterrestrials. Like, let's see, I'm gonna show you an interview with an ultra-terrestrial and then her talking about it. Who she definitely did work for NASA as well, and I think she is one of the ones that are dead now. But
when you've done that, can you definitely get an overview of what's happening, because I've been seeing this story grow over the past couple of maybe months, and it's just wild what's going on, and no one's talking about it. Only just now they're talking about it. Oh, strike. Thank you. Strike says company that Facebook was modeled after was called LifeLog. It got shut down by the government 1 February 4, same day. It was shut down, but the government launched one, I guess, on February 4th, 04, same day as Facebook was launched. What's that in relation to, Strike? What we're talking about with the scientists, or with IshowSpeed, or the assassination?
Wrong one.
What are you saying? What's that? And also, hey, Goja's in the house.
While we're here, let's just say happy birthday to...
Whose birthday? Our internet is taking the piss today.
It's
Whose
so
birthday is it?
slow for me. I'm so sorry. This is like taking ages to just get the right
You're on
tab
mute,
up.
Farah. Okay.
Happy birthday to Hugh. To who?
Oh, I had a picture up. It went on to Amma.
Oh, my daughter.
Yes.
What was I going to say? Goat says that the funny thing is attempts to breach White House Correspondents Dinner is not uncommon. It's been done year after year. First time shots were actually fired. It's not a news story, actually. That's fair. I mean, sure, these things happen. But the way they did it, exactly that, it shouldn't be a news story because to us it seems very fake. But, you know, there's a chance it's true. Who knows? But it seems fake to us.
No.
What's happening? But yes, let's get some more comments.
Very hard one.
Hello, Little Rock. Just conspiracy stuff. Okay, thank you, Strike, for explaining. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I don't know if you guys don't know so far. Wasn't Anna trying to set up the video about the scientists that have been going missing? It's crazy. So let me see if I can get So the disappearances and death of at least 10 people tied to sensitive US
It's
research.
15.
I know. Oh, okay.
It's 15 now.
It's 15 now. 15 people tied to sensitive US research. You ready? Are you ready? Oh, no, okay.
No, keep on going.
Have drawn scrutiny from online sleuths. I'm reading this from a BBC article. And now federal investigators, but for grieving relatives, all the wild speculation is disgusting. So the relatives, well, of course, they're going to speak out and say, this is all disgusting. All this conspiracy is disgusting. However, hold on one second. Let me see if I can find more of an overview. Okay. These are all kind of refuting. Let's go. I want sensationalism. So this article from CNN says, so basically a nuclear physicist and MIT, you got it. All right. So basically a lot of scientists have been dying and they're tied to research that is very suspicious.
Did it work?
Yes, here we are. Here we go.
Okay. All right. So this is one of the ones she went I'm sure she is missing or she died, but she's from earlier this year, Amy Escridge, and she's affiliated with quite a few different people that she has worked with that have also now gone missing. And why it's gone up to 15 is there was a father and son that were killed in a plane crash. That was just last month, and both of them worked for NASA. The father was very much established and his son had just started working for NASA. They died as well. And then there's another guy that quite a few people would know about. His name's Will. And I find him a hack, but he was also a very accomplished scientist who had taken to YouTube to dispel lots of different theories that were out there and to be aware of like the extraterrestrials were coming. He died, so they say, by suicide last week, maybe 2 weeks ago now. And he also, in one of his last videos, said, if I am suicided, somebody got to me. So people are like, hang on, they're going after the scientists. But this is one of them. This is one of Amy's last videos as well.
The ultra-terrestrials, I think, have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is? They're us from the future. They're from here. They are you. They are me. They're from here, from the future. P-47 is present plus 47,000 years.
Jesus.
P-52 is present plus 52,000 years. And basically there's a calamity, right? So there's like a apocalypse scenario.
Did my internet
give out your internet, or is it? It wipes out most of like everything, man. And there's the ones that go underground and survive, right? And then there's the ones that somehow stay on the surface and miraculously don't die. So the ultra-terrestrials, I'll just tell you. The ultra-terrestrials, I think, have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is?
My thing is so slow. You know what I'll have to do? I'm going to send you the link.
They're us from the future.
Share it for me.
They're from here. Okay. They are you.
It would be the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, send it.
My internet is going crazy.
It reloops anyway, so she said her bit for that clip, unless there's more.
No, I've got another one on the go, but it's just not going to it, so I'm going to send it to you. This is a new, well, it's a video from 10 years ago, and we don't know if it's real yet. This could be, I'm just dropping it into our aunties group, okay, on WhatsApp. We don't know if this is real, but apparently this was leaked from NASA, and it is of an ultra-terrestrial being interviewed. Now, again, I'm not saying this is real. I'm just saying it's out there on the internet for people to look into. I've dropped it in for you to play as well. But I have, there was a lady that I watched who has a phenomenal breakdown of the scientists. I think she goes through 12 of them as well. Stephanie Harlow, some of you may know of her. She has like almost a million subscribers on YouTube, but I feel like she has the best breakdown. It's 2 hours, but she really does a thorough investigation. It's phenomenal.
Remember this to the internet maybe more than 10 years ago. And whether this video is real or not, I'm going to show you guys how it ties into the Epstein files, as well as the death of a scientist named Amy Escridge.
You told us you traveled thousands of light years to get here. Tell us the truth or never we do. We have aliens took over our future, right? Sort of human. Okay, so you evolved from us. So what are you doing here now? How? Why do we destroy ourselves with nuclear war? Answer me. If you don't answer, I'll administer another round of scopolamine.
Now, scopolamine is in the Epstein files. It says, ask Chris about my trumpet plants at the nursery. Trumpet plants are used to make scopolamine. This is an email forwarded to Jeffrey Epstein. It's a Daily Mail article outlining the powers of scopolamine. This is Amy Escridge. She was a scientist who unalived herself back in 2022. And she said something similar to the alien.
Have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is? They're us from the future. They are you. They are me. They're from here, from the future, right? So there's like a apocalypse scenario in the near future. It wipes out most of like everything, man.
Now, also keep in mind that Amy Escridge was born and raised in Huntsville, Alabama. And Huntsville, Alabama was where a lot of the families that were contracted for the Operation Paperclip moved to. They went to the Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama. Just some stuff for you guys to ponder. But as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys remember this video? It was posted to...
Do you guys remember the show Fringe? Did you watch it? Fringe.
Yeah,
so
I watched Fringe.
Fringe was amazing. So Fringe basically followed the observers followed us in Fringe. They came from the future. They were us from the future. And they came to observe us because we'd fucked up in some way and they were changing certain things. Well, they weren't supposed to change things, but some of them did. And they were trying to, and they all kind of looked like that.
Yeah. I swear we spoke about Fringe before, and I swear, Nana, you said you were going to watch it. I think
you should watch it.
Yeah, I've not seen it. Yeah, we said this before. We've said this before, and you were like, "I'm going to watch it because it'll be right up your street."
Okay.
Really, and anyone that hasn't watched Fringe, watch it, because I think there is a lot of things that they show us, and we say this all the time, that they're probably doing. These ideas don't come from nowhere.
Fringe is another version of the Matrix, like that other world and other us. Yep.
It's not really like the Matrix.
Okay. No, I'm just saying it's like the way that there's a what's the word?
No, it's like an alternate universe.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. But that's the only I'm not saying it's the same, but it's just got like there's an alter world. It's a Matrix as well, isn't there?
No, because Matrix, not really. Matrix isn't an alternate universe. Matrix, they're being fed and they're being told that this is the real world. Whereas Fringe, it's got two sides.
I thought Matrix was like we're living one version of Matrix and you can break through and go to the other side of the Matrix.
No, because remember in the Matrix, you're all being used to power the machines. And whilst you're powering the machines, they are feeding you this alternate universe, which is why when he takes the red and blue pill, he busts out of his cage.
Yeah, I missed that.
So it's not.
I felt like it was
so with Fringe, it is like alternate universes.
Yeah. I thought Matrix was alternate universe as well.
No.
Jordan, they can. So people say they can speak any language that we can speak over here.
Yeah,
like they have their own language and they can convert to our language. And some people that they can speak to Greys or talk to Greys now, that they speak vibrationally or telepathically. But if they did need to speak a language, they can speak whatever language you're speaking as well. That's, I guess if Elon gets his way and we do all become chipped, we would be able to do that in the same way you can do it through your phone. It would just be in our heads. So language there wouldn't be a barrier because we'd have the chip that would convert to whatever the person was saying. But yes, thank you guys, all of you that have been saying my hair looks nice. Thank you so much.
Literally just about to say that. All the big ups for your hair. I'm hating because I want my hair back.
Watch this space because
you don't need to be scared of this though. I don't know. Do you guys find it scary?
You find it scary? I don't find it scary.
No,
because
I'm asking you.
No, I don't find it scary because they're us. So I don't find it scary because if they're us, why would I find that scary?
No, it's a question of I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not scary. Yeah, let me also be kind of real. Like if I see myself walking down the street, it's not normal. So I'm not going to be like, oh, that's nice to see. That is scary. That will be because the scary part is not knowing what they're doing, why they're doing it, and how they're going to do it, and how we're going to suffer. So that part, and when I'm thinking about my children and my people around me, or my close family, yes, that's scary if they've got plans to do something to us. That's what's the scary
anything
part.
They do to us will affect them. So that's why I'm not as scared as if I were, about aliens coming. Because if they're from the future, if these people or these P45s or P47s are from P60s are from the future, then they have to be very careful about what they do now. Unless they're like, the only reason why I would be scared really if they were Trump MAGAs. So if MAGA had somehow, or MAGAs, if they had somehow been able to do this and hijack us, and like say there was a revolution and we won, and then they came back somehow to stop that revolution so they can enslave us. Those are the things that would scare me.
No, I think scare me. The minute you start seeing yourself walking down the street, you have to be scared because what?
But why are you saying yourself?
But it wouldn't be us because it's thousands of years.
It's not you jump to the future.
No, listen. I understand that. I'm being a bit facetious, but the fact of the matter, if you see a cloned something or an alien that looks like you or is from the future, basically that means shit's activating. You have to get active. That's what's scary to me because that means the world that I know on day to day is now changing immediately. Because the minute you see it, you can't unsee it. It's like, as you were saying, taking the red pill, the blue pill. The minute you unsee or you see what's going on, you cannot go back to normal. That is scary to me.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
That's the same as like being woke, isn't it? It's
exactly.
The original terminology of people waking up to being woke was that the world that you think it is not it. And I guess way more people are waking up to this. So that's why I feel they probably will reveal themselves in whatever capacity next year. because we are already accelerating. Like, it wasn't that, it literally, let's give it 2 years ago, this Trump shit that had taken place, we wouldn't even be able to be discussing it like it is fictitious.
Yeah,
like you could remember, folks were being shut down for just talking about COVID. Like it, so the world is already accelerating. I don't think it will be that weird in a year's time if they keep on dropping more shit with the UFOs. That it would be like, oh, can you hurry up and present themselves and tell us what to do? Like, I would not be surprised if we get there within a year, where we are now calling on them to come and save us from the fuckery people that are running the world.
No, I don't, because I think, yeah, I'm standing by. I understand it. I think it's scary, but I think as human beings, the word, when you say scared, there's a thing that we'll either kick in because you think fear, you think horror, you think, oh my God, I'm gonna break down, because I think humans, we're also quite practical. So actually, if I saw an alien right in front of me right now, I don't know how long fear would turn into curiosity, would turn into what would my reaction truly be. So there's all these kind of variables when it comes to being scared. But I think where I sit in the space of scared, as I just said, is that means I have to activate. That means I have to think about my child, my mum, my friends, the people close to me. What are we doing? How do I keep my unit together? And how do we move forward? And that seems like my death could be imminent. Those type of things in a real time. That's the part where it's like, that's actually scary to compartmentalize and get practical and think about and get a plan of action.
I do think that those thoughts are the downfall of humanity, because this idea that something that doesn't look like you is automatically dangerous. And you
I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I mean, if they start to reveal themselves in a sense, if it's just they're revealing themselves, and then we start like, and I always give the example of Men in Black, where now we've got like, okay, you've got aliens amongst us, and it's becoming normalized. There's going to be the difference. There's going to be things, but then we'll get used to it. The difference, how this is presenting, how this conversation is presenting to me, I'm thinking of them being activated to now warn us about the shit that we fucked up. So even if it's just that,
that's what you mean. Okay,
yeah,
because it just sounded like I've got to get activated for. I get what you mean.
Whatever the case is, if they come up and they're like, "You lot fucked up the world. We're here to tell you how not to."
Yeah,
I still need to get active.
No, I understand that now. That train of thought, it wasn't clear. That's why I had to ask you. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I see what you mean. Obviously, if they've come and they've said to us, "Stop doing this because the world's going to damage," but like be damaged beyond repair, then absolutely everyone should get active, shouldn't they?
And also that also gives way to people that are dumb and starts the purge. Because you know, when some people can't handle the truth and can't handle it, and that's what we're talking about. So the fear comes from, what is other people going to do? We could be the rational ones, and then my neighbor could be like, fuck it, shit, lock up in a house and start shooting everybody. Do you know what I'm saying? Or go on a spree because they feel like the world's going to end. So that's what's scary.
I think if that happens and our future, and not ancestors, but descendants come and tell us that repair now or it will fuck up, I would hope that they come in force and take all the political leaders who are not really about helping society and are just out for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just don't trust humans because humans are crazy. Where's Nana disappeared to? Maybe she's gone already.
I'm she's trying to sort that shit out.
The delay is a lot.
I'm off.
Oh, my neck.
And imagine if you in the chair, or Nana's chair would be an ultra alien.
How do we know that she's not one already?
I've come to tell the truth.
She's the conspiracists about amongst us. So how do we know that she's not?
That's the thing. But yeah, I mean, look, yeah, let's see what happens. If it's within a year, well, boy, also not ready for that. I just want my life to be normal. I've just got a little bit comfortable. I'd like to enjoy that for at least good 5 years. Give me a chance. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't want my world to change right now. Yes, Travelers. I remember Travelers. People are suggesting a couple of shows to watch. Orphan Black. I started watching. I didn't
watch that properly.
I loved Orphan Black.
I didn't get into Orphan Black. And there's another one, someone called Childhood's End. So the few shows that you guys can watch, and Fringe is definitely a good one.
Fringe is a great one. I highly recommend it. And Joshua Jackson is one of the leads.
Yes.
Where can I find Fringe?
I think I was looking for it the other day.
we had this conversation.
It's on ITV Player. That's where it's on. No, because it moves around. Because I wanted to watch it the other day. Let me double check because I googled it.
It's free on ITVX, but then the rest of them now YouTube, Apple, Amazon, HBO. You've got to have a subscription.
You got to pay for Amazon because it's not
all the other ones you got to pay, but ITVX.
On Amazon, I mean on ITVX, it's as Aquaria said, free.
Is it?
Because I went down the whole rabbit hole of a whole bunch of things. I started watching again.
Yeah, so let's do watch them all. It's all a handbook manual, to be fair. And watch the series and everything. Watch all the things you can. Read Octavia Butler. Read all the things. Just sci-fi yourself up because Charlie.
It is literally what's the word? It's a how-to. It's a guide of how to survive. They're telling us.
And also watch The Walking Dead and things like that, because that shows how humanity goes nuts when shit goes left and lost. All those things. How people turn into cannibals. It's Lord of the Flies all over again. Whenever shit goes down, people become territorial and crazy.
See, I wonder. I feel like it's the other way round, honestly. Like if you think of, so in war, if you just look at how people are dealing in the various different wars around the world, it's not that they are being savage with each other. It's actually that they're really looking out for each other. I feel like that's probably more what humanity would do. When something happens, when a tragedy takes place anywhere, most people gather together and try and help each other than the other way around, which is presented to us in the media and in films. I really feel like we would be more, let's go, let's support each other. I've got rice, you can have some rice. I feel like it would be more like that.
I think in say my block that I live in, I think we'd band together. I think sometimes it's more of there's going to be fringe people. There are going to be, I believe there's going to be rogue people. I think in the majority, there's community and people moving together. I think there's always going to be rogue people that think they can lead. I think that's humans anyway. We see it in the factions. Look, imagine all the red pill men coming together. We're going to do is you fucking women get there's too much. There are people that think they know better, and it's the think they know better people are the ones we have to watch for. And you don't necessarily know that in your community until shit happens. That's the part where I'm just I think in the majority, yes, we'll band together. And also it's post when the war bit, the mad bits happen and everyone's trying to survive. It's where that kind of negative human instincts kick in. That's the part where it's you gotta watch your people.
I just had a thought. Would it not be because maybe this is what it is in the West, that we've been fed a diet of people turn savage. Maybe that's why it happens. But other people consume other media in different parts of the world, and their media doesn't necessarily have the same message that we've been fed over here. So maybe
it might be.
Maybe that's a factor, that we haven't been fed messages of when shit goes down, actually support your neighbor isn't going to hoard themselves in. I think it's very fair. Somebody said about the toilet paper, and that is very real. Everybody got selfish, but wasn't that a whole thing of Thatcherism, individualization? That isn't the way of the world, though. There are other communities that are not individuals, so maybe it's a Western.
I think there's definitely a Western.
If you look at when there's been natural disasters in countries in the diaspora, in Caribbean and Africa, when there's been those kind of things, you see people band together. That's what you see. You see communities helping each other. You don't see, I'm not saying that you never ever see any looting or anything like that, but really and truly, the majority of things that you see are people helping each other within the community, to rebuild. So I do think that's a very much Western idea that we're all going to be trying to get each other.
I wouldn't like to say, I curb that to be not everyone's going to be a man for themselves. I don't think that. Like I said, I think we live in communities where we'll band together, but I just am suspicious of, and I don't think it's just a Western thing. I think even in those disasters, there are people, and it might not be in the majority, but there are people. When you look at people devastate, the wars and the civil wars and stuff like that, there are still people that just do nasty things when there's a crisis, because it's their time to take advantage of the crisis. And that's the part when there's lawlessness, when everything goes to shit. The people that are on that, that's who I'd be scared of. Not the community people that are building together. It's the people that go rogue and take this chance to go nuts. And that's I think that's humans the world over. And not to lean into that. You're on mute, Farah. You're on mute, Farah. You were saying something. Oh.
No, don't worry, don't.
All right, cool. All right, let's move on. Let's get to the rest of the stuff. We'll do some quick run-throughs. The singer David, which we reported on a while back now, has finally been arrested for the horrific murder of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose remains were found in a car linked to him whilst he was away on tour. He's been arrested now and has been charged with first-degree murder. We were all suspicious that it was him, but there was a lot of work. And I think we said it here, and I can't remember, I don't know if it was you or someone said it.
We did.
Said that actually the reason why they're acting like that he's not under suspicion is to see what he does to lead them up to finally being arrested, because there was a lot of talk like he's not under suspicion, we're not really looking into him too much, we've got other leads.
It was a long time before them finding the body and arresting him.
Yeah, exactly. So there, all of that stuff. So we were saying that it's like they were watching him to see what he did before they actually kicked into gear. But he has now been arrested, and here's a bit of an overview.
I am announcing the charges against David Anthony Burke, the musician known as David, spelled D4VD, in connection with the brutal and horrific murder of Celeste, a 14-year-old at that time. These charges include the most serious charges that a DA's office can bring. That is first-degree murder with special circumstances. The special circumstances being lying in wait, committing this crime for financial gain, or murdering a witness in an investigation. These special circumstances carry with it, along with the first-degree murder charge, a maximum sentence of life without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. The determination on whether or not the district attorney's office will seek the death penalty will be made at a later time. Before I get into the actual charges, and there are additional charges against Mr. Burke, including continuous sexual acts, lewd and lascivious sexual acts with an individual under 14 years old, and mutilating a human remains of a body. Before I get into the description of these charges and their seriousness, I want to look at this as a parent.
News singer David pleads not guilty inside a downtown LA courtroom.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're looking and bedroom pop sensibilities.
Sorry, I was trying to not get copyright stuff in, and I'm sure I've lost it now. There we go.
He represented the new model of music stardom: internet native, emotionally direct, and algorithmically unstoppable. That made the allegations against him all the more jarring.
The house where David was staying right before his arrest, relatively quiet today, and we're still not sure who might be inside. What we do know is that David is in custody, being held without bail until at least Monday.
Before this case exploded into public view, Burke was widely seen as one of the more promising young names in pop's streaming era. That contrast is part of why the story has landed so hard. It isn't just a crime story. It's also the collapse of a rising image that, until recently, looked built for long-term mainstream success.
Fallout continues for platinum-selling singer David, now in police custody, arrested yesterday by the LAPD in connection with a gruesome murder.
Celeste Rivas Hernandez was a teenager from Lake Elsinore, California, whose family had reported her missing in 2024. For a long time, the public knew very little beyond the fact that she was gone. That changed in horrifying fashion in September 2025, when authorities found her dismembered and severely decomposed remains inside Burke's car. After Celeste's body was found, material began emerging that suggested she and Burke knew each other personally.
LAPD detectives believe that the murder was a way for David Burke to keep Celeste Rivas quiet.
Her mother said Celeste had a boyfriend named David, and reports pointed to matching tattoos and photos that appeared to show them together. Her brother also said Burke picked her up in his Tesla before she vanished. Other reporting claimed she lived at a rental property with him and may have first connected with him online. There were also claims that a user believed to be Celeste was active in Burke's Discord server as early as 2022, where some users referred to her as his girlfriend. Later, after she had been reported missing, one server message appeared to reference the missing girl Celeste Rivas Hernandez, though Burke reportedly did not respond.
Okay, well, now let's go deeper into the timeline of what we know that was revealed today. Investigators now believe Rivas Hernandez had been dead for many months before her body was found.
Celeste's remains were discovered inside a Tesla registered to Burke after the vehicle was impounded from a Hollywood Hills neighborhood. Tow yard workers noticed a foul odor coming from the vehicle, which led authorities to inspect it more closely. Inside, they found a cadaver bag containing dismembered human remains. The body was later identified as Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Even before charges were filed, the basic image at the center of the case was already shocking enough to make headlines on its own.
The medical examiner hasn't determined her cause of death, but part of the police investigation will be speaking to the owner of that Tesla, a musician who goes by David. His real name, David Anthony Burke, from Houston, Texas.
After the discovery of Celeste's remains, the investigation continued largely behind closed doors. By late November 2025, reporting indicated that LAPD was treating the matter as an investigation into murder, and authorities sought to keep autopsy details and other information sealed, arguing that disclosure could jeopardize the case. That secrecy became part of the story itself, fueling public frustration and speculation as months passed with few official answers.
Now to some breaking news. Singer David now considered a suspect in the death investigation of Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
Later reporting revealed that a secret grand jury process had been examining Burke's possible role in Celeste's death. Court filings also tied the impounded Tesla back to Burke through his family's Texas address. In other words, while the public saw very little, the case was steadily building in the background.
I mean, this goes on for 9 minutes, so we don't need to watch the whole thing. But what do you guys think? Is it? I don't know if there's conspiracy theories behind this and all this stuff. I don't think there's much to discuss. Seems like a very sick man who did a very sick, disgusting thing. But I don't know if there's anything else that you guys have thoughts about this.
I've got loads of thoughts. The girl was 14 when she went missing, but she'd been known to be seen with him. And there's because when this came out, I remember going down a rabbit hole, and there was images of her in the background of some of his posts or she had posted. So the idea that he wasn't tied to her at all, we know that's nonsense. She was tied to him, because it could be said, the conspiracy theorists would say that maybe it wasn't him, maybe it's someone pretending to be him and who'd managed to get his vehicle. But it's like so many things. Like, one, she's 14 when she went missing. Two, her parents didn't have any idea of where she was. Three, if he's got nothing to do with it, did you report your car lost or stolen? Like, your car was missing or had been parked in this place for such a long time. It had been impounded. You didn't think, it's a Tesla. You wasn't concerned about your vehicle at all. Like, there's so many things, and this is just a tragic story. The way that her body was treated, there was multiple stab wounds. Then her body was dismembered. Then it was left in the trunk. It's just all tragic.
It's nasty. It's really, really, really nasty.
Overall, the whole thing, it doesn't seem like it can just be the one David that is involved in this. Or he's really stupid. So for one, when we spoke about it the last time and it was like they weren't treating him as a suspect, I thought they probably are wiretapping him, which they have said now they were. So they have some of his phone records, they have his phone, they found lots of different forms of child pornography on his phone as well. And we don't know if that is outside pornography or him with Celeste. And then there's alleged that there may be 2 other underage girls as well that he may have been seeing, and that could be a part of why he may have killed her. Like, maybe she was ready to expose it all. But then there's the discarding of the body. Now, unless he's really stupid to put it in his own vehicle, that just feels too dumb. I feel like there may be somebody else involved in all of this as well that was supposed to do something with that car, because it just feels really. It's in your name. It's so ludicrously dumb. But maybe he's just stupid. That they had 3 different courts looking over evidence as well, it's probably cut and dry. He's most definitely going to be doing life, but you know, who knows, he'll get the death penalty. But I'm really intrigued to see if there's more to this story, if there is a bigger, wider net of people involved in it as well, and what else he may have been involved in, because his music is hella dark. And he basically talks about killing people. Like, you know, when you're just like,
there's a whole song about this thing.
Yeah, about her killing. I think that, and there's again, it's so hard to, not hard, but then to police pop culture. And, you know, you get those artists where they speak to the emo of the, like, we're all depressed and we're all a thing and we all want to look at the world in this thing. And I just want to, all that stuff that becomes pop culture where people are telling people how they are, what they're thinking. And we don't take it, we take it for granted that it's just music, it's just art. Like my daughter was saying, like, oh man, some of his music was some of my favorite music. And that generation of fans were like, yeah, this is, like, I really liked his music and now I can't listen to him. And then we talk about, you know, we have this conversation about rap lyrics being used against rap, specifically black men in court or on trial and stuff like that. And the fight not to have that entered into the chat, but the legal chat. But when people are singing about the things that they're doing, how can we justify not having those things considered? Because there's a bigger conversation.
He's been on shows talking about his music, talking about that one particular song where he's mentioning killing somebody. And he's like, oh, you know, like, because I would think about it and it would come to me, and I just have to say that this is not real. Like, you know, this is the thing that's been in my head. And again, like, I'm presenting it as it's real, but it's not like, you're doing way too much, bruv. It's a bit dark.
Precisely. And then his brother also on his stories said pedophiles and rapists must die, period. That alludes to something, because how your brother is basically being locked up at this moment in time, being called a pedophile, and you're putting this on your status, I don't know. Like, it just sounds hella fishy. His dad also worked for a law firm that looked after the Epstein estate. They are the Epstein estate's lawyers.
God.
Yeah, it's a messy one with David. It's a messy, but overall, bro, you're going down. But I have a question though. What would you, if something took place and, you know, it was over here, and you had life imprisonment or the death penalty? What would you go?
I was going to ask that. I have to stand by life, not death, because I don't believe in the death penalty. No matter what you've done, there's the worst crimes ever you can think of. Whatever the worst crime in the world is to you, I think life in prison is fine. I don't think humans have any capacity to judge who should live or die. That's above our station, above our pay grade. So I'm down for life imprisonment.
See, those are not my reasons. I just think I think the death penalty is too easy. Because if you've brutally killed somebody, I think it's too easy for you to get the death penalty, and then that's it. Your suffering's over, or it's over. Yeah. Not suffering. I think that you should have life imprisonment. I believe in castration though for pedophiles. I keep saying it. I do. I believe in castration for pedophiles. But yeah, life in prison, and not life in prison. It should be like when they're on death row. Their prison experience is a lot different to normal general population prison experience. Right? So I think that if you've been done for these types of crimes where it's proven beyond reasonable doubt and there's DNA evidence and all the rest of it, not like what is the word when it's they're not entirely sure. I don't want it to be like that. But when you have those kinds of sentences, I think it should be life in prison, and it should be similar to when they're on death row. They shouldn't have the ability to interact with anybody. You know, those serial killers shouldn't have the ability to interact with normal people and learn a trade or become lawyers or no. You're a serial killer, or you dismembered a body. No, you should be rotting in a cell for the rest of your life, for the rest of your days. You should be given like 150 years, so you know there's no possible thing of parole.
No, I like that. This is the thing, because life, you can still live a life in prison. I do lean to, I would prefer the death penalty, because I don't want you to cultivate life just inside. It doesn't seem like it's a fitting punishment, especially when it's a child. Like, I feel like maybe there's tiers to life imprisonment, but I think if you have killed a child, there needs to be like maximum suffering. I like your punishment version, Farah. I think that sits well with me. If you can't have that type of a solitary confinement type setting, then I feel the death penalty. I would prefer that. I don't want you to cultivate life in prison, and then before you know it, you're the OG in there. You're able to have a little barbershop. Like, no, it needs to be.
Yeah, no, I thought that went. I thought that goes without saying. If you're in life in prison for murder, you're doing 24 hours solitary confinement.
No, but it's like,
you don't.
That's what I mean. That's what I meant, because I went straight to that without even explaining.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Not life, just like you can, because life on the yard, like because you did multiple armed robberies and you're just doing life. No.
That's what I mean. Like there should be different, because there are some people. Let's be clear. There are some people who've been given life who have not taken a life, or who have not participated in the taking of a life, or who have actually who are in jail for crimes that they didn't commit. So that's why I was like, it has to be absolutely DNA evidence proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, beyond all reasonable doubt, that this person did this shit, or you're a serial killer. That's what I believe. That's what you're saying.
I also think there's tiers to, I will say this lightly and respectfully. Like if you're a young 15, 14, 16-year-old, 17-year-old who's in a gang and you do, and there's levels to it as well, because there's something about being a child murderer versus an adult murderer. I don't know. There's stuff where it starts to get grey. So I think it's case by case.
I don't think so. Even if you're a gangbanger, if you've been out here gangbanging and you killed some other gangbanger who may have gangbanged before, I still think you took a life. You got to be punished in the same way because you took a life. Mentally and physically, you should not be able to carry on. Like you really, I just don't think you should come out in 25 years. I can only think if that was my child that you killed, if you come out, I'm going to try and kill you myself. But I just think punishments need to be really, really real when you're being punished, not that you can cultivate a life inside.
I get that. I guess I'm thinking of some young people who I've known in my life who.
But that's why she said like to not life indefinitely, like 25 years, isn't it?
No, Nana's saying that regardless if you take.
You think those people should get life indefinitely?
Yeah, if you've taken a life, you should get life.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. I think for me, it just has to be beyond reasonable doubt. As I said, I'm not sure about if you're 15 and you're in a gang, and I'm not sure about that one, because I understand that you've taken a life. I think that you should serve time, but I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, that's the part where it starts to get grey, because I think certain situations case by case, because then there's what's that girl's name, the young girl that was abused and and then she killed the guy who abused her.
Yeah, she killed her abuser.
Yeah, so then if it's blanket, you take a life, then it starts to be and it could be self-defense.
No, but even within sentencing, that you do take into consideration mitigating circumstances. Yeah, that isn't that clean cut, because you could have self-defense if she was being abused. What was her mental capacity? That's very different to a cold killing. Yeah, and a judge definitely within sentences would have parameters for mitating circumstances.
Yeah, I think as long as I think there has to be. It's that's the thing with the death penalty. So much morality and kind of I think when we're all on the same page, where this person absolutely unequivocally did this thing with evil intent, you're locked up under the jail, and that's it. You're not getting a chance to be the OG at all.
No, it's just not fun times in life. Like, oh, I'm the lifer in here. Absolutely. No. I feel like David. And especially if we were seeing the evidence, if there were other girls that were underage that he was having flipping relationships with, and then you've gone and killed this girl, like you don't need to ever come out.
I know.
You're a danger to society. What is he, 21 years old?
Yeah.
What I will say is this: if her parents, not putting it out there, but I saw footage. Let me remove it from this situation. So I saw footage of there was a guy whose son had been killed, teenage son had been killed, and they had sentenced the murderer, and they were leading the murderer through the court to, let's say, the car to go to the jail, and the dad had stood at like the phone booth This is maybe about 20, 30 years ago. He stood at the phone booth as the guy was passing. The guy passed, he turned around and he shot him, killed him. And there was a woman the other day who killed someone that did something to her kid as well. And it's like, in those circumstances, you let me off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would do life for that shit. But in those circumstances, I feel like you'd let the parents off.
Yeah. I think
I saw that. Was it like the woman, she caught the man abusing her daughter?
Yeah, there's
loads.
But
then, I think she did. Well, she did a couple of years, but it was like super light sentence. Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I mean, there's scenarios where, you know, like, do you know what? Fair's fair. That even the judge would be hard pressed to say you have to do this, that, and the other. You can see. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be common sense applied, which we know there isn't common sense applied, which is why there is a high percentage of people that get put on death row when they absolutely shouldn't be, who have been killed when they absolutely shouldn't have been killed. So there's all those type of things. But moving on to another man that thinks it's okay to sleep with young people is Russell Brand. He's recently decided to, I don't even know what his point is. He's trying to do humble and talk about the fact that he did sleep with a 16-year-old girl whilst he was aged 30. He went on Megyn Kelly's podcast to talk about it. And then he's just on this weird run whilst he's facing charges.
I'll point out why he's got a book out called 7 Days to be a Christian. This is actually his book tour.
7 Days to Christianity.
Before he goes inside, potentially, allegedly.
It was uncovered
this is what he's doing.
By the Times, alongside Channel 4 dispatches, that Brand himself spoke about candidly with Megyn Kelly on her podcast.
In Europe and in the United Kingdom where I'm from, the age of consent is 16. And I did sleep with a 16-year-old when I was 30. But when I was 30, I was a very different person. I was a lot younger and I was an immature 30-year-old. Consensual sex, actually, with a variety of people, when there is a strong power differential, as there is when you're a famous man that has the ability to attract women that I had at that time, I think involves exploitation. I think it is exploitative. I recognize that my sexual conduct in the past was selfish and I did not apply enough consideration, barely any, I suppose, really, to how that sex was affecting other people.
Just so everyone is aware at home, this is how one of Brand's 16-year-old sexual partners...
Okay, so that's the nasty, sickening, disgusting account. I mean, he is facing charges. Hold on, he's faces legal proceedings in the UK. He's been charged with multiple offences, including rape and sexual assault related to an alleged incident between 1999 and 2009. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges. He's consistently denied any non-consensual activity, maintaining that all his past relationships were consensual. He also said he welcomes the opportunity to defend himself in court. The legal context is important. Whilst the age of consent in the UK is 16, there are additional safeguards around power dynamics, particularly where influence or authority may be involved. And the trial is supposed to take place in Southwark, whatever. And that's what he's trying to jump ahead of and sound like he's holier than thou in that conversation with Megyn fucking Kelly, who we can't stand as well. And we'll take a pause. Thank you so much, Fashion for Crime. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's him trying to redeem himself. And this is him just recently on Piers Morgan on his continued book.
This is like, so embarrassing. He should be so embarrassed.
Here we go.
Can I go back to ask you a question about your Bible?
Yes, if you want to.
Thank you. Was that the one you took into court?
You're the very one.
Okay. What was your thinking of taking it into court? And what you were seeing, looking at some passages, what were the relevant passages for you?
All right. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you. I didn't know that, did I?
Oh, God. Go watch.
It was this from Isaiah. You're right. Bear did say, be chilled. Sometimes I lose the chill, man. It's pretty.
He's trying to find a Bible verse.
It's this. They don't like that, do they, in the old gallery? But remember, you just said it's a hired spot. This is from Isaiah. Excuse me.
Oh my word. Oh Lord, it makes me itchy. Like, does he think he's gonna get anything out?
It says here.
What's it say? What's it say?
Oh, this is so embarrassing.
It was this from Isaiah. And you're right. Freya did say, be chilled. Sometimes I lose the chill, man.
I think it's loot because it actually goes on longer than this.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
No, I mean this particular part.
Is this?
Because it goes on and he's like,
yeah.
And then he says, no, not the interview.
No, it doesn't take him an hour.
This part where he's basically, so the bit where it stops in this video, it goes on more, and he's basically saying, oh no, it's not this. Oh, I should have bookmarked it before. Why didn't I bookmark it? Oh, it's this part, and then he's still flipping pages, and he's like, oh, it's not this, but this will do.
Yeah, it's so embarrassing. I watched the interview. The interview is a car crash in itself. Yeah. I don't know why Russell Brand would go on Piers Morgan, but that part, I can't watch it. It's so icky and horrible. You are a man that has just written a book about Christianity. What, you ain't got no verses in your head? Not you couldn't even just spit like in Isaiah verse 4 and just say it. No.
How to become a Christian in 7 days.
Well, this is the quick fix. I can't believe how not that I can't. Yeah, I can. I can't believe that how Russell. Well, then Grant. I'm about to say Russell Simmons. Russell Grant was at once
Brand.
What did I say?
Grant. Russell Grant. And Simmons.
I mean, Simmons, fair.
Who's Russell Grant? Is he like a presenter?
Russell Grant is the actor.
The actor, yeah.
Oh shit! So, no, that's Hugh Grant. Anyway, whatever the case.
No,
Russell Grant.
All of you Russells, get out of here, man. The fact that he was like touted about as the Jack the Lad, the cheeky chappy, the friendly hippie, and he's just turned into a right-wing fake Christian on a weird alleged pedophile. What the fuck?
The fact that he was saying she was 16 and I was 30, but I was a young 30. You were a young 30. A young 30, were you?
What,
and
like
then he's
a
like, oh,
25-year-old?
So if she was 15, what would have happened? Well, it's just because she's past the age of consent. It's all right. You don't see the problem there.
And it's
taking you this long to actually understand. But you still want to talk about consensual sex. She was 16. You groomed her and another person probably. And to assume that it was all consensual. At 16, you don't know anything.
And he also tries, that's the thing, he tries to talk with that in that Zen voice, and I know that I was bad and I was young and I was this and I'm jumping. It's like you're just trying to get ahead of it, to mollycoddle and pacify people and normalize it, speaking that tone, which is his cult brainwashing tone, because he's definitely been a cult leader in the way he's got people behind him. That tone that he's talking like, I know that I was abusing my power. However, it's not, as someone said, it's not illegal what I did because there was an age of consent. Fuck you. You know what you're doing. And if this girl's account is true, and she's one of the alleged victims, what she's saying is how he brainwashed her, manipulated her, made her feel some type of way, isolated her from her family. Nonsense.
I don't actually think she is one of the charges, this particular 16-year-old.
She's not one of the charges, okay.
No, there's a lot. So within that documentary, and I don't think that even features all of the people that they have now on record, like that they've got charges against him. But he was known within Channel 4 to actually just be a dirty bungle. Like runners didn't want to go into his room. Like it was openly known that he had a problem with groping and generally having sex with people on sets. And so it's one of those or two of those women that were involved in that time. I think it may have been one from a radio show and one from a TV studio that are the ones alleging that he forced himself on them. And these are just the ones that are coming forward. But there's so much evidence against him. This whole switch that he did to just be a right-wing grifter came along the same times that he probably got wind of there being like a documentary and journalists looking into his past. And then he went from being liberal and relatively sane, but then going on the COVID trail of I'm not getting the COVID jab and all of that, to a right-wing grifter. So it's like there's a path to this, isn't there? Don't they all follow the same thing? They do the same path. You've done sexual deviancy, then you turn right-wing, then you become a Christian, and then you have followers being like, I'm being persecuted by the Matrix, and they're coming after me.
Well, people have mentioned that he went out with Katy Perry, and I've
married to her.
He was married to her. And then they broke up. So this new, because I've seen some rumors about her being an alleged paedophile, part of the paedophile network.
I mean,
and then this one is now saying that she's potentially JonBenét Ramsey, the beauty pageant little girl that went missing in the 80s. So I was going to play this.
Katy Perry actually be JonBenét Ramsey. That's the bizarre conspiracy theory floating around the internet after this 2014 video resurfaced online. In the 7-minute-long clip, an unseen man named Dave Johnson makes a string of claims linking the pop star with JonBenét, who was murdered in 1996.
JonBenét Ramsey did not die. Nobody died. Nobody got hurt. That sacrifice was an in name only. And that sacrifice was to get something. And that something was to become a star.
The problem is there are a lot of holes in this story, namely the fact that Katy is 31 while JonBenét would only be 25 if she were still alive. And there's a record/photos of Katy as a child. Neither Katy Perry nor the Ramsey family have spoken out on the controversial conspiracy theory.
I mean, that's a ridiculous take on everything that else is out there. That's ridiculous. So that's what ET has decided to put out there when there's other talk about her being a flipping paedophile, all the shit that she did with Justin Bieber. And who was it? What's her name? Rose? Is it Rose?
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose coming out and saying that how she rubbed her vagina on her. Like, that's what ET had decided to talk about. Give me a flipping break.
Well, it's a start into it. So yes, she's also had those allegations. I don't know, but I like the JonBenét Ramsey because they need to wrap that shit up. Something happened to JonBenét. I think she's Katy Perry. I'm going to run with that amongst all the things.
Okay.
And now she's with
as the resident conspiracy theorist, I would say that is a crock of shit.
A crock of absolute flaming turd.
Welcome, new member.
Programs, and we've got a new member. Thank you.
Welcome.
Remember seeing Katy Perry glitch when her eyes were so funny?
Yes. Yes, she's a robot. That's the JonBenét in her.
No, it's
let's
not.
not do that because it gives her a little bit of grace. She's not JonBenét. She's just a weirdo.
And how did she find
Justin and her ex-husband?
Yeah, how did she find Justin Trudeau? Weird. Okay, fine. This one we didn't get into because we didn't have a show last week. Apologies. The death of influencer Ashley Robinson. No, sorry. Yeah, it is Ashley Robinson, otherwise known as Ashley Jana. Whilst on holiday in Zanzibar, is under investigation with her partner. Apparently, her partner speaking to police as a witness. I can't find a news story. I think I've got an opinion on what happened. But do you guys have any thoughts about that whilst I line it up?
Yeah, he did it.
You think so?
Yeah, because they were in. They went. What are you going to say, Nana?
No, go on. Do you do your theories?
I think he did it because they went away. They got engaged. I think I can't remember if they got engaged on the trip, but it was her birthday. Yeah, they did. They got engaged on the trip. They were seen having an argument, and the hotel management had to split them up. And then afterwards, they were like, the people in the authorities said he's got nothing to do with it. But she was found hanging, although I think the family are getting an autopsy and it's not seen as... Anyway, there's a few holes around this.
What do you think, Nana?
I think he did do it and he's paid off the hotel, but a hotel staff member is going to be framed for this. And
yeah.
Going down. I feel like there's going to be some porter, some lone African man, young, probably like 23, something like that. He's going to go down for this.
His family needs some money.
Yep.
Breaking news tonight in the death investigation surrounding Miami influencer Ashley Jana, found unresponsive in a 5-star Zanzibar resort villa. Her fiancé, a cryptocurrency hedge fund CEO backed by Silicon Valley billionaires, is now under active police investigation. New details are emerging, and we are following every development closely. Stay with us. We will bring you the latest updates as this chilling case unfolds.
I believe that her so-called fiancé knows way more than he's saying he does. Let's start off with the fact that he never told anybody that they had an argument, that they was fussing, that they were staying in separate rooms. So it came out that hotel staff had to separate them and put them in different rooms because they was arguing and fighting. But Joe never said that. Also, it's a couple of other things that just don't sit right with me. So I went down that rabbit hole. It doesn't look like Joe is happy in any of these pictures.
1 week before she died, Ashley Jana posted 4 words on Instagram. 4 words that her family, her friends, and over 100,000 followers have not been able to stop thinking about since the night she was found unresponsive in a locked hotel room in Zanzibar. She wrote, "If this is a dream, no one wake me up." Nobody woke her up, and now 15 days later, her body is still on that island. Her family still does not have the autopsy results. The man who proposed to her has not said a single public word about her death. And the hotel surveillance footage, the footage that would show exactly what happened during the 2 windows that investigators cannot explain, has not been released to anyone. But tonight that changes. Because what we have uncovered goes far deeper than a secret marriage. Far deeper than a crypto fund that lost over $100 million 4 months before this trip. What we have found is a paper trail, a behavioral trail, a digital trail. Tonight, we are going to lay all of it out, piece by piece, in order. And by the time we reach the end, you will understand exactly why this case is not what it was presented to be. Other channels touched the surface of this story.
Okay.
Who got on a plane to Washington, D.C. with nothing but a father's love and a demand for truth. We lift her sister Alyssa, who said all her sister could bring was life to everyone around her. Give this family strength, Lord. Give them answers. Give them justice. And Father, we cover every person watching right now in the U.S., but because she...
Again?
Like, why is he different around? Like, tell us what the things are.
The story, doing a prayer as well.
Is living one. Her content is luxury travel, elevated fashion, home decor, date nights, and the radical idea that Black women deserve softness, ease. We'll never forget. Chapter 31, and I'm exactly where I need to be. She was exactly where she needed to be. Until she wasn't, the trip looked perfect on the outside. And that is exactly what makes this next part so important. On April 4th, 2026, Ashley and Joseph Isaac McCann check into the Zuri Zanzibar resort on Nungwi Beach. Rooms in their villa category run close to $950 per night. From the outside, it is everything. A luxury property on the Indian Ocean. A newly engaged couple celebrating a milestone birthday.
So, just when I thought that this Ashley Jana story couldn't get any messier, we get hit with even more shocking revelations.
So we found out that our daughter had passed from the hotel. The fiancé did not reach out to us at all.
First, Joe McCann's ex-wife is saying he's an aggressive, broke man. 2, there's no surveillance footage that has been released by the luxury hotel. 3, the family is having a GoFundMe because millionaire Joe is not lifting a finger and Ashley had no money saved. 4, Joe only called the family to tell them about the incident after 11 hours. 5, Ashley allegedly asked for a phone charger before she was found unconscious in her room. Baby, I hope y'all are seated because it's a lot that has been happening. Now, we already know that Ashley and her fiancé got into a heated argument before she died, to to the point where they had to get separated into different rooms. Well, we could finally know the reason why they argued. And rumor has it that it has a lot to do with how Joe was an aggressive man, and an ex-wife is allegedly confirming this. But while this suggests his aggressive nature was the cause, was the argument triggered by something specific that happened that night in Tanzania? Or was it a buildup of issues throughout the trip? If you ask me, I'm sure the staff heard exactly what the argument was about and should be questioned. Anyway, with people digging deeper into the case, there have been revelations that Joe was in fact married. I'm not sure about him being divorced, but as you can see in multiple posts from 2021 to 2024, Joe was talking about his wife and his two very young kids. And in one of the posts, he even pulled the "My wife is black" card in an argument on X. And by the way, there are a couple of photos of the woman I believe is the ex-wife on Joe's social media, and multiple posts tagging her. Again, there have been claims that he's divorced, and I'm not sure how true that is, but the wife or ex-wife has allegedly been giving her POV. Side note, I have also seen several reports that he had been married twice, but I could not confirm this. First of all, allegedly according to this woman, Joe is broke, and this could actually explain some things that don't make sense, like the GoFundMe by Ashley's family. I mean, Joe McCann is the founder and CEO of Asymmetric Financial, a major player in the crypto and tech space, backed by heavyweights like Mark Andreessen. I understand that he suffered up to 80% loss last year, but he could afford that luxurious trip to Zanzibar, meaning he has the means to cover the costs of bringing Ashley home.
The kind of trip that fills an Instagram feed for weeks. But stay with me here, because the hotel staff were seeing something completely different. From the moment the couple arrived, witnesses confirmed the atmosphere in Villa 25 was not celebratory. It was tense. Arguments between Ashley and McCann were documented not once, not twice, but repeatedly across 4 consecutive days. A neighboring guest in the adjacent villa formally complained to hotel management about the level of disturbance coming from their room. This was not a couple in paradise having one difficult night. This was a pattern, a sustained, escalating pattern that began almost the moment their luggage hit the floor. Now, I need you to hold something in your mind, because this detail comes back later. In 16 months of public relationship during which Ashley posted about McCann constantly, brought him into her community, broadcast their love to over 100,000 people. Joe McCann never once publicly posted about her on his own social media platforms. Not once. His Instagram was private. His Facebook contained no reference to her. His X account was cryptocurrency analysis, financial commentary, and business content. She introduced him to the world. He acted as if she did not exist on his. I need you to remember that. By the night of April 8th, the 4th day of that trip, the argument in Villa 25 reached a level that could no longer be ignored. Hotel management would later describe it to investigators as an explosive dispute. That is not the family's word. That is not social media's word. That is the word Tanzanian police used in their own official characterization: explosive. The conflict had escalated to the point where staff intervened and separated the couple not for comfort, but according to police records, for their safety. McCann was relocated to Villa 65, an 8 to 10 minute walk from Ashley. A few hours passed. Ashley requested a phone charger from a hotel worker. She spoke to the worker calmly. She gave a specific instruction: come back in 15 minutes. The worker returned in 15 minutes. The lights in the room were off. The door was locked. The worker used an emergency key to enter. Ashley was found unresponsive. She was rushed to a local hospital. She was transferred to a second facility. And on April 9th, 2026, 4 days after her 31st birthday, 6 days after her engagement, Ashley Jana was pronounced dead. Joe McCann's official account to authorities: she hung herself on the door. Tanzanian police issued their preliminary finding: suicide following a domestic dispute. And for a brief moment, it seemed like that was going to be the end of the story. But here is what nobody is explaining. The hotel worker who found Ashley and the account McCann gave police do not describe the same scene, not the same location, not the same method. 2 different accounts of the same room on the same night. That inconsistency has never been addressed publicly. In the days immediately following Ashley's death, the official machinery moved quickly to close the narrative. Zanzibar's North Unguja Regional Police Commander issued a public statement: suicide. Following a misunderstanding between the couple, McCann was being questioned as a witness, not a suspect. His passport was confiscated as standard procedure. The investigation was ongoing, but the direction was clear. The Zanzibar Ministry of Tourism and Heritage released a carefully worded statement urging the public to allow investigators to do their work. The Zuri Resort confirmed it was cooperating fully with local authorities and the U.S. Embassy. For a moment, it looked like this would be one of those cases that resolves cleanly.
This is 27 minutes long. I don't know how long it's going to take to get to the points and the points, but there's enough. There's enough here. I'll drop it in the chat for you guys to watch. What do you lot think? I mean, really said it, but I mean, there's so much in this. Pretty little girl.
If he had any insurance on her.
That's all. That's really interesting. I mean, also, I was watching. Was it Tisa Tells was going through this?
Tisa's done it as well. Yeah.
Somebody said the hotel should. The card system that they have would be able to track how many people had gone in and out of the room, and there should be footage by the door as well if anybody had gone in and out. Like, this just feels like it should be very easy to tie up with proper documentation. Like, you're never in, especially this is almost an £1,000 a night Philippine hotel. Like, you're not. It's not back a, it's not £100 place. There should be cameras everywhere. This is a luxury resort. So it shouldn't be that complicated to sort this out if they're going to be honest about it. I don't know. But I feel it's highly suspicious that this dude is 8 to 10 minutes walk away and it took you 11 hours to call her family.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as you heard something had happened, surely you would call her mum immediately. That would be the first thing you would do, is call family back home to be like, your daughter, shit has happened to her. Like, 11 hours, very suspicious.
I didn't know that he had all his shit on private. She wasn't put out there as his missus. She was doing all the posting. I
don't know. That doesn't necessarily faze me. It's everything else, because not everyone posts on Instagram their partners, isn't it? And if his
I know
that's not the part that fazed me. It's the dodginess with everything else. It's he was broke, really. It's him going to these places and acting like he's got money. It's the engagement just before her birthday. It's her posting on her birthday that this is the most amazing thing ever and she's in the right where she needs to be. That doesn't sound like someone who's suicidal. It's the argument, it's the separation of them, it's him not contacting her family for a certain period of time. It's for him allowing the hotel to tell the family before he's told the family.
Yeah.
It's all these dodgy little things that has got my focus. And as I said, I wonder if he has any insurance on her. I wonder.
I mean, all of that, but this extra layer of having the secret privacy, it's just an extra added thing. You're dealing with an influencer. I don't know. There's something in it as well, to be fair. It's the whole persona that he's created. Crypto finance tech bros are dodgy as hell, as in my opinion. I just think
and she is too. Like the fakery of it all. Like, you're being like, this is a wonderful time away, where every day they are recording, and they have to record shit in those books as well. The hotel books are supposedly fascinating when you go through what the staff write in the notes. But if every day there were disturbances coming from your room, but on the gram you're putting, this is the best time of my life, shit was going on between you two. That isn't, we've gone on holiday and it's gone peak. It's probably been a shit show for a while.
Yeah.
In itself. It is it's a dodgy one altogether.
What has her family said about that? Have they commented on the relationship itself, or what they thought about him in itself? Because I know there's a world where once your child, I mean, she was 31, so there's adulting afoot. So she's an adult, right? However, I know I'm going to be super suspicious if a nearly 50-year-old man wants my 31-year-old daughter. And yes, unfortunately, I'm going to be even more suspicious when it's a white tech bro. Absolutely. And she's a pretty young influencer. I'm going to have all my radars up. And again, I'm not blaming or accusing or anything, but it's just like, how can you intervene as a family? What do you do there? And I just would like to know if they met him, if they thought he was a nice guy, he presented safe, he presented, as normal, which happens, and that happens. Or did they not know anything about him? And she just did they know about him as much as we knew about him on social media through their daughter's eyes? All of that stuff.
I mean, that could have been a thing, but I would think his age aside, him being so wealthy may have been some kind of comforting to them as well.
Yeah.
I'm more his age, having 2 young children, an ex-wife. I just think all of these things are really suspicious. Like just in and of itself, I'm like, this is all a dodgy situation, let alone going on holiday, becoming his fiance. Like, you know, when there's just like slow down. Even if he was posting the ex-wife just 2 years ago, and we are at the beginning of 2026, this is not enough time for you now to be like, I'm going to be this person's fiance. And then he has 2 small children. Like, all of it feels very rushed. He's a rich man for the gram. And maybe they were arguing because she really did find out he's actually a brokey and I'm going to probably be financing him. Like
Destiny's saying that the so-called husband is known to have been flying girls there, and he was well known by the hotel in the village because he had a few girlfriends on the land. That's why allegedly they were fighting. And apparently the mother did not like him, and she never met any of his family apart from his children. And that's the thing. That's why, like,
I did read somewhere that is a rumor that isn't substantiated because his passport has been seized and there's nothing within his passport to say he has traveled before to there. So who knows? It may have been another African country, but specifically to that resort, it's not known that that's a fact.
Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, this whole culture of rich men fluing people out and posing for the gram, it's a problem in itself. And now a young lady's lost her life as a result. Coincidentally, whatever the case is, I don't know. And rest in peace, Ashley, to be fair, first and foremost. I think
I'll pass you guys.
Yep. I was going to say we're there. Let's say
one nonsense.
Let me find a nonsense. Sorry, I do have a nonsense. Got a couple of nonsenses on there. This is actually a bit of a nasty one. There's some guy or some person. Hold on one second. Let's get this up. Came home to this. Now imagine coming home to this.
A man in Russia left town for work, but he accidentally left one of his apartment windows open. When he finally returned after 3 years, he walked into a full-blown pigeon city.
After 3 years?
Where were you for 3 years?
After 3 years? What do you expect?
Video.
It's breaking up. Start again.
I thought it was me.
Yeah, I just thought. But even still, the fact that you leave your window open and come home to that, you're not expecting that. It's crazy.
That's the bird song now.
Yeah, that's theirs. That's their house.
That's theirs. And also, actually, in people nastiness as well, there's this art, a sugar art sculpture. People were licking it.
Oh,
Never.
yes, I saw this.
I just thought it would be nice for them to see it, but then people just started licking it, and I was like, "What are you doing? You don't know who's licked there before. Like, what are you doing? Like, they know what is that? It was weird." My name's Joseph Marr, and I'm an artist working with sugar in Berlin. I just love the look on people's faces when they understand it's sugar, because most people don't actually know, and then when they hear that it's sugar, they go, "What?" And then they look at it again. And I think that makes them feel more part of it when they know what it's made of. Working with sugar is a unique thing. It's incredibly difficult. Temperature and humidity affect it. Once it's made, it's quite solid and lives for a long time. The oldest sculptures I have are now 14 years old, and they're doing well. I like the challenge of making something that should be temporary, permanent. I never expect.
People will always shock me. Always.
The way they were sucking it and licking it, they're bringing their child. Then other one was bringing their child. Lick it.
Yes.
Like you don't know whose mouths have been on this thing.
It's actually gross.
Like she's sucking a titty. I don't know what the fuck was happening.
She was like, I'm getting some sugar tonight. Like, what the hell?
Like,
this
she's
is
like,
the only sugar I'm gonna get all of it.
No. It was so weird. The thing is, I'd like make me something, because I do actually like mix melting down sugar. I used to have a habit of doing that when I was younger, just melting down sugar and just eating it, making my own kind of sweets. But not a public place.
Why would you even think it's made of sugar?
14 years
Means I
old.
can go and lick it.
Sorry, say that again.
He said some of the sculptures are 14 years old. That means it's been traveling around places. Lots of different people may have put their lips on it, and then you're going to go and lick it. Like,
why?
That is, no.
What would make you think?
No.
Let me go and lick it. What? Like, why would that be your thing? Let me put my tongue to this sculpture. It doesn't like he says it's weird. The artist says it's weird, right? So it's not like there's a sign at the bottom and he's saying, try it. This is Coca-Cola flavor or whatever it might be. Like, test the sugar. It just says it's made of sugar. So what is making you think I'm gonna go and taste it? I'm gonna lick it.
The thing is, there's impulsive thoughts that people have, intrusive thoughts.
All of those people,
like, I'm gonna lick. On this earth. Like I said, I'd want him to make little ones that you could take home and I can chew myself, because I do like sugar.
but
I'm never,
he hasn't made food.
ever going to lick a public statue.
He's made a sculpture. He hasn't made food. He's not a chef.
It's just
Or a
gross,
baker.
but they were feeding children to it. A little
Letting the
baby, you're being like,
children
go and lick it. No, people are mad. People are actually
And it's the
insane.
thing, those child that come back with a whole heap of herpes on their mouth, and like, I don't know, my child's not well. And then your child goes to school, messes about with the kids, and they've got a whole pandemic of people with cold sores and shit because you let your child lick a sugar sculpture in the.
So dumb. Would you lick another sculpture?
That's the thing. People would.
They would. You know they would. They are the on a bus glass lickers.
Yes. Oh my God. When you see, do you know how many times when I see, and I'm just like, stop. You know, I find it hard to restrain myself when I see kids doing stupidness. But I have to, like, it's not my child. It's not my child. But when I see parents just letting their kids go wild, like licking a handle, licking a window, licking the floor, like, what is wrong with you? What goes into your mind that you think your child is safe from the evils of the world, the grime of the world, licking a handle? Even I don't like a handle. I'm like this on the bus half the time, touching things like I ain't got no limbs.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But
sure.
Oh God.
Anyway, guys, that's been
okay.
Let's say thank you to all the people that made their Sunday tithes.
Oh yes, and guys, like we haven't had another Super Sunday again. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, my thing is way too slow.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's gonna
guys,
do it. I picked it up.
Where do you? Oh, is it starred people? Okay,
Starred,
thank you.
yeah.
Strike 3000. Gave him a comment and some money, and he came back again to make another comment and some money. We're liking the strike. Well done, well done, well done. Fashion for Crime gave us a nice donation. Thank you, and a super sticker. Thank you. And we got a new member. Welcome, Sue's Blue 9028. Thank you. Welcome to the family. And that's it, guys. Thank you. This has been News and Nonsense. We will be back, hopefully, with better internet next week.
Yeah.
Lots of
to get us.
Yeah, you know, we talk too much. It is what it is. Have a wonderful Sunday, guys. We love you.
Bye.